Coming up today on This Is True Really News, something from Ronnie Tucker. Thanks, Ronnie, for sending it in.
Ronnie, you rascal.
And
Ronnie, you little Tucker, you.
You know what's funny about this is Ronnie...
Did we say Tucker?
Yes. Ronnie's originally from Glasgow. And he's bringing
Alabama?
something to us that's from Minnesota.
Oh, wait, it's Arab, Alabama. Where's Glasgow?
Scotland.
No, there's a Glasgow. That's pronounced Glasgow, not Glasgow.
Where?
I don't know. It's somewhere in the world.
Probably people who go to communion and stick their whole hand in there and just take all of the weight.
No, that'd be St. Cloud.
Fine. In any case, if you like this kind of crap, no
one would understand why.
Please like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News, especially because we're trying to clean up our act and get YouTube to stop, not recommending us. Let's hope it works. In any case, if you want to send a longer missive, send it to TITR@netradio.network.
Ha!
What?
Glasgow, Kentucky. Eat that, short man.
This is True Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
Okay, fine. Ronnie, you're going to have to go over there and teach him.
I expect the apology any moment now.
From me?
Oh, wait. Well, you implied that I might be a moron, which I am. But you
I'm
implied
sorry.
It. Yes, you are.
Ask anybody.
We all know. A Pennsylvania man. What is it with animals? A Pennsylvania man. Well, this isn't actually an animal. Sorry, I jumped the gun. A Pennsylvania man who credits it. What? Wait for it.
I'm listening to your mind spin. I think that's hilarious.
A Pennsylvania man who credits an alligator named Wally. You have to be our age or so to understand that one.
Yeah.
But it was a fun cartoon, Wally Gator.
Yeah, it was fine.
I knew a real life human being named Gator, and his first name was Willie. I thought, wow, his parents did not like him. Named Wally for helping. Actually, it was Wilbert, so I understand why he went by Willie. An alligator named Wally for helping relieve his depression for nearly a decade.
The big problem is at school, they always do the name backwards. Gator? Willie? Who's going to answer that
Would have been Wilbert in school.
Right.
Just stop it. Pennsylvania man, alligator named Wally, gets the credit for relieving his depression for nearly a decade, said he's searching for the reptile after it went missing during a vacation to the coast of Georgia. Suppose he made a break for it?
Was pining for the fjords of Georgia.
Joy Henney was, well, when you're from Pennsylvania, Joy Henney has thousands of social media users following his pages devoted to Wally. He's a cold-blooded companion that he calls his emotional support gator. Of course he does. He's posted photos and videos online in case you see him. And there are also videos of people actually petting the 5.5-foot alligator like a dog. Or even hugging it like a teddy bear. Yeah, that would be me. Wally's popularity soared to new heights when a cartoon came out in the 50s. No, sorry. Wrong gator. Wally's popularity soared to new heights last year when the gator was denied entry to a Phillies game. Of all the places to be denied entrance to, that'd be about the last, I would suspect. Now, Henney said he's distraught after Wally vanished while accompanying him on an April vacation to Brunswick, Georgia, which is, yes, a port city south of Savannah. Said he suspects someone stole Wally from the fenced outdoor enclosure where Wally spent the night on April 21st. In social media posts, Henney said pranksters left Wally outside the home of someone who called authorities, resulting in his gator being trapped and released into the wild. I've got several questions now.
This poor gator.
If a gator has spent a decade or so as a pet,
yeah,
that's what I'm wondering.
Is it equipped now to survive?
A cheerful TikTok post said, "We need all the help we can get to bring my baby back. Please,
alligator tears. Get it?"
You're a vile man with no heart.
IR.
Yes, same thing. Vile, no heart.
From Ronnie Tucker.
Come on, that was funny. IRS, violin, no heart. That was good. Bite me.
Back in July of 2022,
Bite the sandwich on the floor. That'd be like eat hot death. Oh, wait. No, I'm doing it again.
Over it, man. Oh, this is going to get weird.
Just going to get.
Back in July of 2022, the Minnesota Department of Health was notified a 29-year-old man had been to the hospital multiple times over a 2.5-week period with symptoms including fever, severe muscle soreness, swelling around the eyes, and the ever-popular more. Following his second visit, the man told doctors he had attended a family gathering in South Dakota where they ate black bear meat kebabs, which had been harvested by one
From
of the
a black bear?
Huh?
Oh, it's from a black bear. Duh.
Right. Well, no, harvested by a family member in Saskatchewan, Canada.
Oh, it's a Canadian bear.
The meat had been in a freezer.
Canadian bears expect you to have universal health.
The meat had been in a freezer for a month and a half before being thawed out for the meal. As the meat was dark in color, it was accidentally served rare. Before diners noticed, and it was recooked. Doctors
if you're eating bear meat,
yep,
and it growls at you,
yeah, that's too rare.
Put it back in the fire.
Doctors ultimately diagnosed the 29-year-old with trichonellosis. It's a roundworm, rare in humans, and usually contracted by eating wild game. Once in a human host.
See, that's why you don't want to eat party animals.
You see? Once in a human host, the larvae
Wild game.
can then,
come on, stay with me.
Yes, they move through the body to muscle tissue and organs, including the brain.
And the pipe organ.
Yes, 5 other family members were diagnosed with the worms, including a 12-year-old girl and 2 other family members who'd only eaten vegetables that had been cooked with the meat. So they're migratory worms, and that makes it even worse.
Well, they all have passports, so it's okay.
And what if you get a stampede of those things in your body? You're going to feel silly.
Well, you're not going to care because you'll be knocked over looking up. Blah, blah, blah.
How do you turn the lead roundworm?
I don't know. That's the hardest part. It's like herding cats.
More euphemisms for bad things. We need them.
Please, please, please. Hang on, please. Groundskeepers. I saw this story and I thought, somebody must have used this, but no one has.
Okay.
And I know that because I didn't and you haven't. Groundskeepers at the Wisconsin State Capitol in Madison were tasked with an ugly job. They had to remove a herd of invasive, is it a herd? A gaggle. Murder of invasive plants.
Ooh.
That sprouted up in a tulip bed this spring. According to the Associated Press, who talked with Shelby Ellison, a botanist from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. From what I've heard of the University of Wisconsin, never mind. Shelby said
hotbed of liberalism.
It seems someone planted cannabis amongst the blooms.
Well, they may not have planted it. They may have dumped it in case they were getting caught. Yeah. See?
Here, throw this. It was a large number of plants. She says it was just such a large number of plants for it to be anything accidental. Unless that's the dumping ground for everybody that's about to get busted while doing hooch on the Capitol steps.
Isn't it legal in Wisconsin now, though?
I don't have any idea what's legal in Wisconsin.
All right.
It's like the Wild West, only colder. She was unable to determine whether the plants were marijuana or hemp at this point. And here we go. If you're wondering, hemp is okay. Marijuana is still illegal in Wisconsin.
Oh.
So I'm guessing all of the gardeners had to wear gloves.
And call it hemp.
So you could find fingerprints.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, sandwich you.
That's from Newser. The lending company that planned to auction off. Did you hear about this?
Would explain a lot, though, about the Wisconsin legislature, though, wouldn't it?
Yes. Maybe they planted it. They planted the plants.
Are you kidding? Their legislators? That would be work.
Yeah, they had somebody plant the plants.
Hey, there you go.
Lending. Did you hear about this thing where someone was trying to foreclose on Graceland and sell it off? Elvis Presley's home? Did you see that
I know
story?
what Graceland is, and no, I didn't. Why would you want to do that?
I don't know, but I caught it the other day and I went, what the heck? This doesn't sound right. Everything, it says Lisa Marie before she
Died. Before she
assumed room
floor as a
temperature.
sandwich.
Yes, before her sandwich hit the floor. That's an unwieldy one, man.
Yeah, but it's going to fit anywhere.
Yeah. And her daughter said she didn't take out a loan for that much money. No. So they started doing some investigating and guess
She
what?
did?
Uh-huh. The lending company. The lending company that planned to auction off Graceland, Elvis Presley's former mansion and burial place, is withdrawing all claims to the property after allegations of fraud.
You mean financial shenanigans?
Yes, and that's per Reuters, and they know what fraud is.
Well, I'll be a colonel with a really cool guy playing music for me. Couldn't think of his name. Sorry.
Elvis Presley.
No, Colonel
Tom Parker.
Mustard. No.
In the shower with
Wait a minute.
Professor
Clue
Plum.
a Parker Brothers toy? Could have been.
Nosany Investments and Private Lending sought
If it would have been Hasbro, it would have been with the hand grenade in the field.
with G.I. Joe. Nosany Investments and Private Lending sought a public auction of the iconic Memphis property, claiming previous owner Lisa Marie Presley owed $3.8 million on a loan that used Graceland as collateral when she met her maker last year, leaving the home to her daughter, Riley Keough. But a company rep now says Nosany Investments will withdraw all claims to Graceland. Seems Keough successfully sued to halt the foreclosure sale, claiming her mother never took out such a loan or provided a deed of trust. She noted Nosany may not even be a real entity. So, the New York Times, in a fit of actual competence, I don't know what happened.
Oh, I don't believe that at all. It's been decades.
And they sent Nosany Investments an email that was listed in court documents and received a blunt but apparently honest answer. George L. Nosany, his own bad self, if that is his real name.
His real name is Charles
Something else. No,
yeah.
Hang on. You can't do anything till you know what comes up next.
Okay.
He told the Times, "We figure out how to steal. That's what we do." The writer claimed to be a leader of a group of worms who steal from those pushing up the daisies and other vulnerable Americans, particularly in Florida and California. The individual described the effort to auction Graceland as a scam, which, quote, didn't succeed very well, end quote.
I like that.
The writer claimed to be from Nigeria and corresponded in Luganda, a major language in Uganda.
Wait a minute. If we sent him information and $5,000, could we be rich?
Likely, but they're going to have to wear a fish on their head and do the whole parrot sketch for me. A document bearing Lisa Marie Presley's signature
That's a given.
appeared to be notarized, but the notary involved claimed to have never met Presley or notarized documents for her. And they have documents that document their documentation. It was then revealed Nosany Investments wasn't a registered company and had listed addresses in court documents that turned out to be post offices. If this had not been such a high-profile piece of property, they might have got away with it, a real estate expert tells the Times.
Why would you go for an iconic piece of property?
Well, they might not know it's iconic.
That's true.
There's a possibility that they're ignorant of the iconography.
Iconography?
Iconography. Whichever.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, before we go, just so that everyone knows, we do this in real time.
Yep.
The women are playing the U.S. Open in golf.
Yes, and?
Nelly Korda took a 10 on the third hole. 3 balls in the water. I was going to say I would never play golf with Nelly Corda because it would be embarrassing. But if she promises to do that occasionally, she can play golf
Yep.
with me.
I remember when you foreordained mine putting it into the water.
That was an evil thing of me to do.
It was. We were doing it wasn't a pro-am. It was
It
was a station thing.
No, it was when we played at Edinburgh.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, who was behind us? The sports guy.
Tom Ryther, Joe Schmidt, Alex
Ryther.
Woodnoff,
Ryther was with us.
Tom Podansky.
Or behind us. And I set up and addressed the ball. And if I were to pick my head up, there would be the lake.
Yeah. And it's not a big deal. I mean, the ball should go right over.
Well, but there's only a little channel between the tee box and your target.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be a problem.
No.
And what does Mr. Dinkbrain over there do? Turns to Ryther and says, $10, he puts it in the water.
You notice Ryther didn't take the bet either.
No, he didn't. He should have. And when I hit it, the ball went almost directly straight ahead of me into the water. It didn't go closer to the pin at all.
Nope.
You're a jinx.
Well, I prefer to think of me more as a Richard.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.